You need an online presence, and you need a strategy behind that online presence, whether it's on or offline fundamentally. An online infrastructure that supports whatever business you have. Or if you don't spend even a little bit of energy thinking about what your online business footprint is, then I guarantee you have a gap of some sort and you don't know. But the concepts and how to think about these concepts that you're going to get out of DOTCOM Secrets is really going to edge up when you and I have the conversation about your overall business ecosystem. Where I would say you should read DOTCOM Secrets is if you do not know the full impact your online footprint is having on your business. If you business fundamentals, my name is Alyssa Schaefer, and on this channel, we discuss your online business architecture and design. More importantly, though, how to improve your processes and workflows to make your business more efficient and effective, sometimes through the use of AI. Now, what I have seen is that this can have a dramatic impact on not only your business's time, resources, but most importantly, money. I mean, really, what would you do if I gave you back per employee 5 hours per month? I mean, really, what would you do with your business's extra time if simply by improving one workflow, you were given back 5 hours per month per employee? How would that impact your year? Not only just a month. So anyway, I did make a longer video deep diving into the background of this channel. That's going to be linked here. You can watch that sob story separately. I don't want to cry in every single video on this channel. So if you want to go into that story, that video is available. But for now, let's get into the good stuff. So guys, I am hoping to keep this video short and sweet. I tend to ramble on a bit, only because I really am passionate about this subject. One of the things I'm going to promote Russell Brunson's book, .com Secrets, in this video. Full disclosure, I am promoting this book though for a real valid reason. I think that when it comes to business nowadays, there's for-profit, there's non-profit, there's solopreneurs, and there's people who have 500 employees at their company. There's also solely online businesses and offline businesses. But what do all of those businesses have in what is all of those variables? What does everybody actually have in common at the end of the day? And that is that you need to build your business an online, what I call an online ecosystem, but the concept being you need to build an online infrastructure that supports whatever business you have. It is abundantly clear that whether you have a brick and mortar or whether you have an online business, you need an online presence and you need a strategy behind that online presence. You can't just throw up a website, or as I call it, a web bite because it's biting you in the ass. You can't just throw up a funnel. You can't just throw up a series of web pages and call it good. You not only need to curate exactly what you're putting and building in your online business ecosystem, but you also need to make sure that all of those individual components are actually working together to serve your big picture in your business ecosystem. So that is why I am promoting Russell Brunson's book, .com Secrets. And that's because it is a deep dive into what building an online business really is. And I would say that no matter where you fall on the scale of all the different variables that I just mapped out per all these businesses, it doesn't really matter. But I would say for brick and mortars, restaurants, if you're watching this video and you own a restaurant and you haven't read .com Secrets, you're missing out on a bunch of money that could easily be yours because you're going to be the only person that is applying online tactics to a very traditional brick and mortar business model. It's becoming more abundant, more clear than ever. And was made 100% apparent. This new gym that I signed up for. I signed up for the gym because my brother-in-law goes there, right? So I had it on good authority that this is actually a decent gym and it is a nice gym and all these complimentary things, right? When you go on Google and you type the gym into the Google search, all that comes up is pictures of dirty toilets. Now, okay, I have been to this gym at least 15 times now. And every time I've been there, there's somebody cleaning the bathrooms, right? Every single time. Granted, I also get there at 5 a.m, so it's the beginning of the day. And yes, everything gets cleaned at the beginning of the day. But what I am trying to say, I am not trying to badmouth the gym I go to. If anything, I'm trying to compliment the gym I go to, and saying, though, that simultaneously their online presence does not support their business model, because it's a brick and mortar. You have to go to the gym. It's a physical place that you have to go. I swim. In order to swim, I have to jump in the pool over there in the building. Like, I can't virtually swim. But the point is that you need your business, whether it's on or offline fundamentally, to be supported by your online presence. Now, whatever your gap is, no matter what kind of business you have, it's going to be different per each individual business. And I can't tell you off the top, I can't tell you without seeing it what your what your individual specific gap is. But what I can tell you is that if you do not focus, or if you don't spend even a little bit of energy thinking about what your online business footprint is, then I guarantee you have a gap of some sort, and you don't know there's a leak and you don't know where it is. If you're on a boat, the Titanic hit a giant iceberg. I'm pretty sure they knew where the hole is. But if you're on a boat and you don't know where the hole is, then you're going to sink either way, and it's going to be, you're going to sink either way, and you're not going to know where this hole is coming from. You know what happens? If somebody types your business in, whether you have an online or an offline business, it doesn't matter. If you provide an online service or an offline service, you will come up in Google search. And if you have bad reviews, regardless, you're not going to rank on Google. They have not been dethroned yet. You haven't thought about your online footprint. Then you do not know where your holes are, where your potential gaps are. You do not know where your business is actually sinking. And that's what brings us to Russell Brunson's book, .com Secrets. Now, .com Secrets is not going to be a guide for you to figure out where your gaps are. It's going to be a thought exercise on what you could potentially be building and what you could potentially, kind of more the design of the boat. And that could then, by redesigning your boat, you could then find your holes as you do that. But if you've never gone through the thought exercise of really analyzing, and, I'm using this boat analogy right now, but what the concept I have on this channel is your business ecosystem. So the boat is your business ecosystem. If you've never dived into taking a step back and looking at the overall picture, there's a very real possibility there's some gap or some hole or something in your online business footprint that's actually hurting you and not helping you. And when I was a Salesforce consultant I was a senior Salesforce consultant for over 5 years. And after the number of businesses that I spent more time we obviously did projects where we implemented Salesforce right from the get-go, but more often than not, I was helping people plug these gaps that weren't thought of originally.
What does it mean?
Sometimes it just takes that third-party perspective to kind of ask the right questions and get you there. But that's why I'm suggesting everybody watching this video reads .com Secrets. It's a free book that you only have to pay for shipping, so that's a pretty good deal in and of itself. But what I think that this book will do for everybody watching this video is give you a different perspective on how to go about implementing your business's online footprint. Now, what I'm going to suggest you do is after you read that book, you come back to this channel, because where Russell Brunson and I differ is that Russell Brunson is very zoomed in on the tactics and the strategies and the very granular application of those tactics and strategies. And where I specialize is the zooming out of, okay, how do we take that tactic, that strategy that you've determined is the best for your individual business, and apply that to the big picture of what your online business ecosystem is and what it needs to do to support the business you have. Neither view is wrong, but they are a little different, and there is a time and a place for both, and a time and a value for both. And so what I'm suggesting is that first you read the book, .com Secrets, which like I said, is free. I think you only have to pay shipping. So that's a good deal in and of itself. Like, even on Amazon, it's the opposite, right? On Amazon, it's free shipping, but you pay for the book. So I guess there's no such thing as a free sandwich, but the general concept is that the value you get from that book well beyond any tactic or strategy. It's the thought process. It's how you actually go about approaching what you and I are trying to do together. So, which of course doesn't have to be me. It could be any of these online gurus. I just happen to have the expertise of building and designing Salesforce CRMs, but what I came to realize is Salesforce is a tool just like ClickFunnels or anything else. We don't need to use those specific platforms. They are tools that provide this service. How that applies to your business ecosystem is I worked with people who had Salesforce that did not need Salesforce. They did not need that giant, robust tool for the stage of the business that they were in. They just got caught by a really good salesperson. What you determine, and I'm not saying that you need to know what you need. You just need to know the checklist of your business requirements. But the concepts and how to think about these concepts that you're going to get out of .com secrets is really going to edge up when you and I have the conversation about your overall business ecosystem. You figure out what you need, and then I help you figure out how that applies to the big picture and how we make sure that what you need is not accidentally hurting some of the other things that you already have established for your online business. So with that being said, I hope that you invest in .com secrets. It's well worth the postage, and I'll see you on the other side. I can't wait to hear the ideas that you guys come up with. Without the idea, a tactic and a strategy are literally nothing. Like they're firewood without fire. Like you have to have that idea, the concept, the intention behind whatever tactic and strategy you're implementing. And that's how .com secrets can help you. I, of course, did also review Expert Secrets and Traffic Secrets, also from Russell Brunson, because depending on the stage of the business that you're in, this could be applied in any stage of any business. It really just depends on what you're struggling with. Where I would say you should read .com Secrets is if you do not know the full impact your online footprint is having on your business. If you don't understand what your online business ecosystem is doing to support your business, making money, if you don't know what your online footprint is doing to support that initiative, you have to read .com Secrets. You have to understand how this online world can really change the complete face of your business. So with that being said, I will see you on the other side. And when you're ready to talk about how whatever tactic, tip, strategy, intention you have fits into your overall bigger picture of the online business ecosystem, then give me a call. Until then, I'll see you again on another Business Fundamentals video. Have a great rest of your day.